Alright, let's go on YouTube. We are doing the Maginicia Shores Iron Challenge on Veteran mode. We have our level 10 starting hero. Everything is maxed out. Same goes with the upgrades. I chose the tanky reinforcements over the ones with the pitchforks. I think that will be very useful this round. Let's go ahead and hop into it. Now, starting off this round, we get this pay-to-win tower that the game teases us with, this Devil's Reef. And the Devil Reefs, they're pretty cool towers, honestly. It's like a combination barracks and mage tower. We got like two very tanky razor fin guys, and they have the spears. They can throw nets and trap enemies, and while you have the King Sebastian over there, he does pretty good magic damage. He can also cause AoE spells. So the idea is to clump everything up right at the entrance, and then let the mage tower do the work on the tanky guys. So we can only use our barracks, and this is the only magic tower we have right at the entrance. So I'm just trying to position my barracks so that it's a combination between the harassers for the damage and the trolls for the just crowd control. I would probably, if I were to do this level again, I'd probably just max out the two towers right next to the mage tower on both sides. So that checkpoint that's closest to the mage tower at the top, I would probably put a tower there instead, but this works too. Now I start the wave, and I just go ahead and put my hero at one of the mouths and the reinforcements at the other mouth. I also put a harasser tower at the mouth of the bottom cave, just to kind of stall them a little bit as the wave starts. The first half of this level is fairly straightforward. You can see at the top we have a level 3 harasser tower. At the bottom we have a level 4 harasser tower. I kept the troll dens at the level 1 for now, and I just drop a soul impact early when they start to clump up. As far as money, you can see I'm spending upgrades on the mage tower just to get some of his points leveled up. And you can see the mage tower does quite a bit of damage to the tanky guys, and that's really important because that's our only form of magic damage. The harassers are good at dealing with the frogs, but they're really bad at dealing with the tanky guys. So it's important that you put your points into magic. And you kind of want you want the mage tower to always be doing something. Unfortunately, they're just quite out of range, not on the top there, just a tiny bit out of range until they start running up the ramp. So I would probably, if you can, set your rally points to be as close to the mage tower as possible. And the bottom side is, because the level 4 harassers, they do quite a bit of damage. And you can even upgrade their Blade Storm to make them a little more evasive and just give them the harasser ability or the berserk ability. One thing I will say about this level is it's very slow. As you would probably imagine, killing things off with barracks is a very slow way to do it. So it will be very slow, and it'll be fairly tedious because we have to worry about our one little guy getting past. It is doable, it's just annoying. And I would just try to micro your stuff back and forth. Enchanters are very scary because they can shoot your barrack guys with their little spells, so make sure you drop your reinforcements on top of that. You can put your hero on top of them as well. Really want to minimize the amount of bubbles they create. And the mage tower is doing work against the tanks. As things start to clump up, just look for good places to drop a soul impact. Really want to get as much of a reset as you can. Because the mage tower does so much damage, I would probably just focus on either the harassers for level 4 for the damage like I have right now, or what you can do is get the ogre dens maxed out quickly. So they provide tons of stalling, and there's 3 of them. And then let your mage tower do the work. In fact, it's better if the tanky guys walk by a little bit so they get in range of the mage tower instead of being stalled out. So our hero's just at the bottom. And I'm kind of rotating him back and forth, making sure he doesn't die. I'm moving the harassers back so they can just shoot. They don't have to worry about getting in melee range. And I have maxed out the Storm Cloud. I thought that was a pretty useful upgrade, kind of like AoE magic damage. Pretty decent soul impact there. Did a lot of damage. And you will slowly get money. Right now we have 300 gold, 350 gold. So we're going to finally build another barracks close to the mage tower. I chose the harassers. I really do like the harassers. I think they have a good combination of stalling power and damage. And our hero's just in the melee trying to do his best to provide that crowd control. Notice on the bottom just how little damage the archers are doing to the tanks. Just a not very effective way to kill them. That's why you have to have that mage tower. So I'm hoping they'll get in range just a little bit. It's kind of hard, like I said, to control the guys and how they'll stall them out, but try to let them get in range of the mage tower. It's going to make your life a lot easier. Now you can upgrade the blade storm or the arrow storm on your harassers to make sure they do damage. Gets a little bit tight at the bottom, so I'm dropping a soul impact. Have to worry about tanky guys getting through, and I'm trying to make sure my hero doesn't die. But we are doing it. So far, so good. Backstab or evasiveness on the harassers is a great upgrade. Makes them stay alive a lot longer. So I think I will let you guys upgrade as you see fit, but you can copy what I'm doing if you like. We are about 50% of the way through the wave, maybe a little bit more. I just maxed out everything on the mage tower. So all of the reinforcement guys have nets now. The storm cloud is maxed out. We're going for full damage. And as far as the reinforcements go, just try to pay attention to the wave and see what's going on. The ogre dens are really good when they all die, so you can just they're relatively cheap to hire new, and you'll get 3 more guys just to come out. I'm putting a lot of upgrades into the harassers. The arrows are nice if they can stand back and do damage. You have to be careful now where the enchanters are coming out. It would be a great time to move your hero. Maybe drop your reinforcements on top of them, because if you see them firing, that is pretty devastating for your barrack guys to have be fired on like that. And just kind of selectively upgrading. I have a level 3 harasser tower close to the entrance. Our hero's at the bottom. And being careful not to let our hero die. These guys are starting to clump up. The bubbles are the real problem. You can see when they put the bubbles around the tanks, it takes a lot of attacks to pop the bubble. But we are making it. Slowly. We have to... One guy almost got past. I moved my hero back to stall him out a bit. And my hero just goes down, but thankfully due to that storm cloud, he does die before he walks right into the ship. I credit that to just maxing out the mage tower relatively soon. You can see fully upgraded towers on the the top side. 1 ogre den, 2 harassers. And the harasser tower at the entrance is giving the enchanters a hard time, which is good. We want to try to stall them out as much as possible. But our hero, I let my hero kind of stand back to regain some of his health because he was very close to dying again. So, as much as it is possible, try to plop your stuff on top of the enchanters. But this is the last little bit, so if we can survive this part, we will be home free. And this is an ideal situation where you can clump the guys up right at the gangplank and let the mage tower do as much damage as possible, while at the same time trying to keep the enchanters busy. But it's close, very close. There are some tight spots, like right now. But as the wave is thinning, it looks like we are good to go. So Ogre Den, upgrading the health on the ogres is really helpful because it gives them so much more survivability. And with that last soul impact, we killed off the enchanters. And we're just finishing off the last remaining tanks. Slowly but surely. There we go. Goodbye. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you found that entertaining. And I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.